fooled you, I'm a cop!
Fooled you!
Alright, so who's going, what are you guys doing? Who's going where? Who's doing what?
I guess we were just gonna kind of divide and conquer in City Hall.
Leroy's going back to the house by himself.
Where did Domingo officially go?
Yeah, Leroy's
You
not
guys
gonna
wake
do
up
this.
and Domingo's gone. And all of his stuff is gone.
Yeah, he said, dude.
He had to go.
He had enough.
The crank is gone.
Oh no!
He stole the rest of
my
the
crank. God damn it, what would I do?
Search the room again!
You punch him right in the
I
fucking
need
face.
to roll another
because he
criminology check to go find more crank. God damn it.
blast him in the face very first thing in the next episode for his crank back.
Alright. So it's everybody's going to the...
Yeah, we'll just kind of
Yeah.
overwork. So we go to the assessors.
along together.
The
Are you there?
assessors-
Can I sleep in the car or no? Or is that not a thing?
You're not going to be able to sleep.
Nope.
It's a small town.
Can you catch 50?
There's no bringing back. Alright.
What, no, what you can do,
What do I do
hand
the
me that player's, the agent's handbook, please.
Can I step aside, like leave the
I'm going to tell you things that you can do to alleviate.
Oh, you can do coffee, stimulants.
Sleep
it's all
in.
the
Oh
game.
yeah, stimulants. You want some crank?
You don't have any, bro.
I do. You just found it for me. Last night I got a personal stash.
No, Diego stole it.
I was joking.
Oh, he didn't steal my
Oh,
crank.
no, he did not steal it.
What an emotional roller coaster this is.
My sense of sarcasm.
Sacre bleu.
My crank is gone. I just found it. He gives him a hug, saying thank you. That's a friendly kitty.
Oh, here comes the belly. Here comes the belly. Who's got your belly? Who's got your belly, buddy?
He's going to bite you if you play with his belly, but that's
Oh,
funny.
yeah,
He's
dude. That's what I was
"Please,
hoping for.
Pet my belly, but
That's
then
what I was
I'll bite
hoping
He's
you.
waiting for you to rub his belly.
If a cat lets you pet his belly, it means he really likes you because it's a sensitive spot.
Totally.
All right.
What about his dick? What if I?
It means he really likes you.
Too sensitive. Too
It's
sensitive.
exhaustion.
You're like, stop.
No, he's pulling me
He's
in.
like, yes, don't stop petting me.
Okay, hold on. Exhaustion. An agent who works too long or faces extreme danger or injury without resting becomes exhausted. When this comes up to play is up to me, which it's starting right now. You lose 1d6 willpower. So roll a d6.
For the day?
Take that.
Yeah.
Oh wait! I have to do this, or is this to rest?
No, this
No, this is
because
because Tom
you
fucking
lost.
talked so much baseball to you couldn't sleep.
roll a d6 and subtract that from your willpower point.
But
Rich.
am I
What
also
if
going to lose
they
my
did
10%
win
across the
that?
board?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what if
I'll
they
get to
did?
that too.
Oh my
I'm so
god.
mad.
Blows
Five.
my
Fucking
damn
five.
members.
Oof,
Fucking 5, Tommy. Fucking 5.
good roll.
Laugh
dude.
it up, dude. I'm gonna fucking.
5 power for the day,
You should come to the
right?
Everglades. one of
Is
these
that what it
years.
was?
The fucking bayou.
Go
I'll take
pet
it.
that croc.
And
I'll take you on a fan boat ride.
So you suffered that much willpower point loss. You take a 10% penalty to all skills, stats, and sand tests.
Only 10%.
Oh
If you
my
go another night, you
Yeah,
take
if I go
another
another
d6. You take another 10%.
Alright.
Did you hear
Taking stimulants or chain smoking removes the exhaustion penalty for 1d6 hours. Harder illegal drugs offset it by 2d6 hours. During that time, you can't sleep. You can take more stimulants to keep going, but after every dose after the first dose costs you another d6 willpower points.
Listen, man.
He's so against it.
So, okay. So, I'm sorry. I was trying to fucking. I was being tempted by the devil while you're reading that. So, I get the part where it's 2d6 for narcotics, 1d6 for coffee. But do I also roll the negative d6? So I get. That's
You
to
crash.
hours. I get a d6 to hours, but a d6 away from willpower.
No.
Oh,
You're
okay.
The
gonna
first
regain.
time you do it, you're going to lose that minus 10% penalty. If you drank a ton of coffee, you'd lose
Right.
that penalty
For 6 hours.
for 1d6 hours.
Or 1d6
If
hours.
you used it again after you lost
Then you
it,
take
then you
willpower.
take another d6, and then
Okay.
but you still get another d6 without
Okay.
it.
Alright, cool.
Yep.
First one free. First one's always free, Leroy.
There you go.
this isn't even the book that I need open.
How'd you like RJ commanding that Diego? That was pretty funny. How'd you like that origin story out of that guy?
Orgy.
That was pretty good.
Orange.
That was
Probably I thought orange.
It was pretty funny for off the hip.
It was
dude.
amazing.
Bang pig.
Like the
Slam pig.
Yeah, climb through the band pigs.
Like the pig pigs.
An orgy that was described as the band pigs. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Dude, that's good. That's really, really good.
Alright, so you guys are heading to the county seat then? That's the town hall. Yeah, when you walk in, there's one clerk seated beside a desk who, welcome to the county seat, how can I help you?
Hello. May we please have records on this property?
You're looking to access public records?
Yes, please. On
Yes,
this,
sir.
On this particular property.
Alright, anybody entering the records room needs to sign in here. If you could,
Yes,
I'll sign in.
Do we have access to the archival system that you have here? Any private records? Only because I am a member of the SUNY University Schools.
Sweetie. we don't have archive records.
Oh!
Yeah. Just,
I will
if you
film
want, just sign this.
Okay.
We'll go in.
I
the
sign.
records room.
Whatever you have.
Anybody else that wants to go in has to also
will
sign
fight
in.
you.
He checks your IDs.
Alright.
Are you using your
No, my
regular
real,
ID?
because I
or
don't
are
want to
you-
make because they're the same name, I just give her my public ID. My New York State driver's license.
All right.
I drank all the beer, damn it.
Not yet.
Tom-
Yeah, dude.
Tom, I got a date.
I've been drinking a lot of beer.
Oh, wait.
Dude, you cool if I get Super Mega Man with this?
Yeah, dude.
You don't want to do that? You good?
I won't say no the next
I'm
one.
not gonna cock. I'm not gonna
It'll be
fucking
gone by
cock
then.
block, dude.
No, I'm just
You're
joking.
gonna have to
I got you.
refuel.
So he leads you guys back to the records room. It's a barely.
No, that's
was a
Fuck,
ghost.
that's a sanity check.
How did that
on you, dude. But
Did you plan to do that?
it's a barely controlled mishmash of water-stained boxes, photo sheets, and 28 pre-World War II filing cabinets. It looks like papers aren't filed here so much as abandoned. And he's like, well, thank you. You're welcome to look at whatever you want. This is all public information.
Much appreciated. So we try to go in alphabetical or by address, find the house. And I also screen approximate addresses in case somebody misfiled close to it.
It's
so
okay.
Oh.
Whoever wants to look around,
Roll
either
search.
you can give me bureaucracy to try to sort your way through it, or history.
I have a 40 in bureaucracy.
Or if you have something
I
else,
have a
in
very
one-
high history. I've definitely roll history.
So we can both roll on that?
yeah, everybody can roll.
Yes. 7 under 80.
19 under 40.
It's not bad. Jed, you got bureaucracy or history?
No, sir. Not neither.
Jed's just guarding the door.
He's got a Mossberg.
He's like, I'm going back to the house. Drink.
Yeah. Ignore your texts for now, please.
I got a 6.
I'm just standing here minding my own business.
So my bureaucracy, somehow I passed that.
All right, you guys. Where's my phone? You managed to search through for records of purchase, like death records and stuff like that from the house, and you managed to put together a little spreadsheet-looking thing that I'm gonna send to you to the phone.
You ever do the flaming hot Cheetos?
No, I'm not an animal.
Dude, the hotter they are, the better,
Do
dude.
you know there's an extra hot Cheeto?
Yeah, they're the
Did that
best.
go through?
Delicious.
They're the best.
It always
Have
takes
you ever
mine.
had
The hotter they are, the better, dude.
Did
The hotter
anybody
the
get
hotter
that?
they are, the
Oh, it
better
just
it
came through.
tastes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Go ahead and look at your phones because I just sent you the list of stuff that you have found.
What is this? A survey of the house type of thing? Or?
Jed,
It's the
You had the
year,
flaming
who
hot
lived there,
Cheetos, man.
How they
the
died.
years they lived there,
Yes, I don't
the
like
cause
them.
of death,
Are
and
you
how
kidding
many
It tastes way
victims.
too
All these years
artificial.
are like-
Jalapeno
There's no-
and-
I've had them all.
George
Yeah.
Marcus
My
three.
kid loves them.
3.
Yeah, me and my kid too, but I guess
4
I
years
don't have
old.
the palate
3 years
'cause I don't
old.
think-
No, that's how long they lived
Dude,
there.
I can't. They just taste
Oh,
too artificial. I
that's-
can't.
that's
Like,
not-
I'll eat
not
a little
necessarily
bit, but I
like
can't eat a
that.
lot of them. They just.
I love them.
But victims, though, holy shit! Everyone
Oh my
has somebody
God.
died.
A lot of
That's why they
suicide.
left.
18
Lot of
deaths
suicide.
in this house
That's
since
all?
1956.
Check out Michael Doherty.
George and Margaret Crease.
There's
You
not
guys
one.
see Michael Doherty, 1960, and
There's not one
more
drowning
Donnelly.
in here.
Never mind.
Oh, there's Adam and Rebecca Touraine family, 1963, 1966.
These are all at this residence?
All at 1206 Spooner.
Holy fuck.
What's curious to me is
So what's up with the house is there since 1910, but 1956, that's the death of the boy. So that's the trigger that made it all happen.
Look at the names and look at your notes.
Well, yeah, we got
So-
Amanda Braintree and families on there right before Andrea Falcone in Yasmila, who was the owner before.
Crease. The Creases tried to fucking burn the house down and it didn't work.
get to 8. Go to
And the
number
Creases
8.
were the second family.
Go to number 8, Jed.
The Greeleys.
What does that say?
With the
Thomas and
fire.
Imogen Greeley and family fire. Now, how did they have a fire in the house and it didn't
And
burn
it's
down?
still, yeah, because fire doesn't work. You gotta, it's gotta be destroyed or disposed of some other way.
If you want to look into
You
So-
cannot use fire to
hold on.
dispose of that
One other
fucking
thing-
They could
way.
have killed
Guys, hold
themselves.
on.
No, it's some other way. It's
Guys,
gotta be.
shut
Because
up.
it's specifically,
Drinkers.
you see it multiple times.
There's
The Crease family tried it and
Oh.
they tried it.
fucking Bobby's getting rattled, dude. I'm very little sleep and he's getting very frustrated. So the first house, the thing you want to notice about the first residents of that house, Michael and Isabella Wheeler, natural causes, 1 dead. That means 1's still alive. First owner, maybe that's worth looking into. If one of the original owners is still alive.
I agree with you. The second one was a murder suicide, so for one to survive is very unique.
Right. I'm just saying. I think everyone else. I bet you if I check, everyone else here died. Or no, the Touré family.
You-
Adam and
Never mind.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
You could look through further. I'm going to go ahead and combine this with
all
the
the records.
with the newspaper stuff. And
I have
say,
to agree. It's very unique.
Origin.
That one survived because it's the only pair that one survived.
Not the only pair, but the original owners is what I'm getting at. The original owners. What the fuck did they do in this house that?
It says their death was
Do
natural.
we know when the house
causes.
was built?
But only
It
one
still,
of them
it
died.
still is the
The
only
early
one. It's the
1900s
only
would be
one
here.
where one survived.
Isabel, the Adam and Becky
No, it's
Toure's,
not.
the Touré family, their son died, but the mother and father and sister lived. So yeah, but you're right. Like for the most part,
But no, but does that mean it's updated later because it says Adam and Rebecca?
But also it's
and
forever
family.
ago too,
They
so
all
who knows
fucking
if
died.
anyone's still
I'm
alive.
just saying. It's,
Theirs says accident, even though we know that the boy drowned, right? So it was an accident.
It's an
of drowning,
accident, right?
Not necessarily.
But it says all of them fucking.
Yeah, but they
croaked.
all say
Adam
suicide,
and
too,
Rebecca
so-
Tura and family, all of them fucking.
Okay,
No,
but
it
I see
doesn't.
that.
It says
Yeah, it
victims,
says that
one
how
dead.
many dead
Oh,
after.
I gotta
I
scroll.
missed that part
That
too,
means
dude. I
there
missed
you
that
go.
part too.
What?
It says how many dead out there.
It's just not on my
Oh.
screen.
Yes,
I gotta scroll.
I missed it too.
Yeah.
It was off my screen as well.
guys, this is Detective 101 stuff.
Look at read the last line of the spell. If you guys want to look for anything, you can tell me what you want to look for about any of these, and
I'll
I'll
look
give
up
you.
the Wheelers, please and thank you. That was the first thing that caught my eye.
But yeah, I mean, the originating incident's got to provide a lot of fucking.
Yeah. So how do we find out about the Wheelers?
Well,
He's got
give me a
newspaper
roll
on.
on it.
Yeah, and the Creases because it specifically said in the notes that Creases tried to dispose of
Is
it
this
with
a
fire
search,
and it
Craig?
did not
What
work.
am I,
They would have had the
what
best.
skill?
They were the first shot at it.
Bureaucracy again, because that's
Yeah,
bad.
bureaucracy, history. And you can, if you want to try to fib me on something else that you're good at, go ahead.
That's what I was
And,
gonna say. Search. I'm pretty good at search. I think.
How about a?
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not pretty good. I'm better than I was. 40 minus 10, so 30%. Not great. Oh, 13.
That's huge. That's good.
13 on a search
Okay.
for the original owners.
So you find a couple of newspaper articles about the Wheelers. May 1905, the Wheeler marriage. Meadowbrook celebrates the marriage.
Those are the original.
1 second,
owners.
Craig. Sorry, am I gonna get this in a picture or should I write it down?
I don't have pictures. Of
Sorry,
this.
1905 was the marriage.
May 1905.
That's got to be original owners. He
This
just said
is-
the house was built early 1900s. So
This
that's
is a newspaper article.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm taking notes if I have to.
Meadowbrook celebrates the marriage of Michael Wheeler and Isabel Nacht. Wheeler,
Knocked out,
30,
Shotgun.
is a quintessential self-made man, a dashing young stonemason who prospered from contracts within the government and churches around the region.
Good for him.
His business specialized in gargoyles, marble cuts, tiles, and monuments.
Jesus. Yes.
Knocked,
That's
18, is the daughter of a wealthy land-owning family. They were the darlings of the town, and there's like a grainy wedding photo in the article.
What
where
is she?
looks
She knocked.
slim.
Knocked was what the.
N-A-C-H-T.
Her
that was
maiden name.
But
name.
no, I know it means knight. What was she? The
Daughter of a wealthy
scion
family.
of a family or something type of thing.
Yeah, the daughter of a wealthy landowning family.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought. It
So
was
that big money's all Illuminati.
Just
You know,
making
that's,
good moves.
you know that's Illuminati.
Do we know which of the two died?
Well, he's still looking for stuff, and you find another article. That the first was from May of 1905. This is from November of 1905. Yeah, Isabel Wheeler, newly married at 18 and the darling of Meadowbrook society, begins to suffer from an unknown ailment. It renders her bedridden with convulsions and incapable of walking.
That fucking house.
Hey, listen to that last name, Wheeler. Look at your list. Down the line, we got Wheelers.
Top of the list.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I was thinking of Weaver.
You keep reading and find another article from May 1907. Stonemason Michael Wheeler begins construction of a small house at 1206 Spooner Avenue for himself and his invalid wife, Isabel. Isabel Wheeler suffers from some sort of palsy which has resisted the treatments of many doctors despite
Larry.
her desperate
Uncanny.
husband has hired from out of state. And then looking a little bit further, you find from October of 1910, wealthy stonemason Michael Wheeler dies during construction at the county seat in Meadowbrook when a falling slab of marble strikes him fatally in the head. He is survived by his wife, Isabel Wheeler. The couple had no children.
The invalid in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the story Rose Red by Stephen King, but that's what we're looking at.
Yeah,
Here.
the house.
We're looking at a Rose Red. He was trying to
Yeah.
fix his wife, find a cure for his wife, and the more he built the house, no, I don't know. But I'm just saying,
But yeah, it's similar.
something fucky was going on with that. He died in October 1910. We need to see. I mean, 1910. We need to find more information on her. She's not alive still in 2017. How do we do this now?
Well, she owned the house until 56.
I'm not gonna
Give me another-
contribute to this discussion because fucking
Give me
Leroy's
another-
a simple man.
Give me another roll and see if you find anything else out.
Heard. This is.
there
I gotta.
Leroy's very perplexed by the music. Can like with his little bit of knowledge, can he like look into like music or like hypnotics or
Sure.
like he's very disturbed by how he got drawn around that place by music. Like, what would I roll for that? I don't have any occult. I don't have any.
Craig is. Oh, sorry.
You could give me an intelligence times 5.
Instead of I was gonna say. So I'll if I have to, I'll do bureaucracy again or whatever
39 under 60.
or search. But since my search and bureaucracy are low, can I just use an athletics check? Anyway, sorry. No, I failed my next check. So that's where the trail ends.
That's where the
I got
trail.
my search check.
He's very
There
just
you go.
creeped out by the music, though. That's like he's
Yeah.
kind of fucking.
I mean,
the
could be the
music, the
drugs.
piano,
Could
like
be the
anything
drugs.
that his simple mind. Like he's not simple. He's intelligent. He's
You
like
know,
he's gotten higher than above.
you
normal.
would remember that he was asking for the piano that was sold at when the Wheeler estate.
Yeah, there was a piano, an armoire, and an end table.
Look at you. You know, dummy. You know stuff.
So
No, well, he's not
He's
dumb.
greasy.
I mean,
He's not
putting-
normal. Like it's at least my intelligence.
putting 2 and 2 together, that means when the Wheelers lived in this house, there was a piano.
They had
there.
those. Yeah, that's why he was originally worried about the end table maybe coming back if it wasn't a fake.
So basically, Mrs.
But the
Wheeler,
piano, like, he's just trying to wonder about what the connection
Here's-
is that keeps drawing him around.
Here's
like,
the assumption I'm going to make, and then
You
Tommy's
don't- you
gonna
can't-
confirm
yeah,
Say
dude, no,
anything
I understand. Yeah, he's got no
specific about
special
it.
understanding or anything like that. He's just creeped
From
out
my
by it.
from my experience in the field and from I don't know, but I was gonna bullshit you. But before Tommy gets his research, which is probably gonna explain it better, I'm gonna say that Mrs. Wheeler, formerly Mrs. fucking Knocked, died in the house, and if we restore this house back to its original glory, maybe that's what Donnelly was trying to do. I don't know for sure, but
Or
please.
maybe he was trying to build something to try and suck souls to fucking fill her with life and bring her
Suck
back
the
to
soul out
life.
of me.
Possibly, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to defer to Mitch. Let's see if we can get through this without any.
We also
Are
have
you
to- we also
continuing
have
trying to continue the Wheeler research?
Threat.
Yes, because we also have to consider that when you're looking at ages of a house, there's families, many families. There's consistencies here,
But they were-
symbolism. There are the Wheelers and the Weavers. There is Crease. There is Reese. Is there anything that's recurring here that may draw us an answer?
Okay.
And that may be absolutely nothing. But I just
I think you broke Mitch. Nah.
Are you continuing Wheeler
I
research?
rolled a
Or
19 under 70 on my search check for more Wheeler information, and basically because I feel like there's a data gap between the early 1900s to 1956. She lived that long at least because she's the registered owner that far.
No, the Wheeler. No,
See,
what are you
check it
talking
out.
about?
See, because right here it says that the Wheelers up to 1956, I think that says. My eyes aren't great. Eight,
Oh,
something like
okay.
that.
Yeah, then it changed hands.
So I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out what happened in between, and she was. All we know
You
was she
talking
was
Weavers or
Not
Wheelers?
yet.
Yeah, Wheelers right at the top.
Not bad, CSI.
The Wheelers went right into the creases.
Yeah, he's saying,
Yes,
but look, he's saying the husband died in 1910. There's
he
45
died,
years.
yeah, he
46
died
years
early.
ago.
She was
Oh,
infirm.
where do you see that?
Right,
just told
just
us.
the years and dates,
Craig-
years
no,
and dates
Craig
of
told
ownership
us.
in the spreadsheet.
Oh,
Craig-
understood.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
You find an article from June of 1926
Oh,
about Isabel Wheeler making an astonishing, seemingly complete
Whoa!
recovery from
There
the
it is.
debilitating ailment that had long afflicted her.
see, you can get
For
better
the
from
first
Bell's
time in
palsy.
20 years, she makes a brief appearance in public, attending
Who's my
several
simple
society
character covers for
functions.
my simpleness.
He's telling jokes from before. Sorry,
Yeah,
Craig.
crossover from
I'd
real world.
rather not read all of this 50
I'm listening,
times.
I'm
So if
listening.
I'm reading something, can you just try to
Yep,
shut
yep.
up?
Isabel, June 1926. Isabel miraculously gets well. She goes out to
Public
some
appearance.
smaller public appearances. Yep.
Several follow-up articles note her continuing good health, but she slowly drops off society pages again.
Does it say when? Just this is like later, or
Just 26.
They-
the years don't really matter too much. Just
They attribute her recovery to a nurse named
Oh.
Adele
Oh.
DiVitello,
oh God.
Here we go.
who was hired by Isabel Wheeler to take care of her after her husband's passing.
Oh God.
If that was
So can you search for records now on Adele DiVitello?
We'll
I'll try
chase her
again.
for sure.
Well, I'm saying right now, let's search for records. Can I re-roll now that it's a new thread or no?
Well, let's stay on with the person that was doing the research. So
Okay.
now you want to go for DiVitello?
43 under 70.
You find an article from 1924 about an Adele DiVitello being dismissed from the Meadowbrook Sanitarium for improper behavior. There were multiple accusations against her of practicing witchcraft,
Oh boy.
slaughtering animals,
Oh.
and drinking their blood, but
This
none of
bitch.
this was ever substantiated. You find another article searching
Go back to
for
root.
DiVitello's about Matthew Harrigan, the son of a wealthy local politician, and some of his friends that accosted an Antonio DiVitello, who you would
Fuck.
assume to be related.
What was her name again?
Ant-
her name was
Adele.
Adele.
They accosted this Antonio DiVitello in the streets. Police say DiVitello was battered and bruised, but not badly hurt. Let a stream of foul and incomprehensible Italian curses at the lads as he was led away.
About Fangu.
I can understand his thinking.
It says that DiVitello was held by the police for a period and then released to Isabel Wheeler, who paid his bond.
He sounds like this Dago was innocent.
I'm sorry. You said Antonio was released, or who was? Yeah,
Antonio.
obviously he was released to them, not Matt Harrigan. Was Matt Harrigan? Yeah, that's doesn't say anything about him getting pressed charges.
It didn't say anything about his charges. You can look for stuff on
I
him.
can say it. I'm married to an Italian woman.
Can I? What's I'm saying? Because I was searching too, but I failed my check. Can I search?
Yeah.
And then Tom or Mitch. Oh man, this is great. I fucking love this. No, I failed. You have to. We're looking for Matt Harrigan.
Make sure you make a check. If
Oh yeah.
24 under 70.
So why do I have to do multiple checks if I only get 1 point? Does it matter the multiple checks?
Yeah.
It's a new day.
Oh, but I'm saying I thought I erased my checks at the end of the day.
You
Yeah.
already failed.
After,
And now
after
it's
you
a-
can refill
And now
them.
it's a new day, and you just failed it again. So after you sleep, you'll get another point.
Right, but I'm saying if I only get 1 point, why do I have to keep putting slashes? You know what I'm saying?
You've already
So that
failed
you know
twice.
that you
You gained a point.
But he failed twice already on search today, I think is what.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
only have to mark
Oh,
it
once.
once if
Yeah.
you fail that day.
Okay.
I was gonna
Sorry.
do a sanity
I didn't
check.
know what you were asking. I was very confused.
I
was gonna do a
misunderstood
sanity
too.
check. All right, this is awesome, dude. Yeah,
You
20
find an article from December 1937.
Keep piecing it.
Matthew Harrigan dies from a wasting illness that could not be identified. The patient developed rashes that became what appeared to be burn marks, which suppurated and bled out. Several of Harrigan's friends suffered from the same sickness, though they recovered.
Fuck.
I start scratching my pustules.
Holy
Dude, those dice
schmoly!
look so good on the black velvet.
So,
They look amazing.
Beautiful.
so.
They don't look that good
I got
on my
notes
leather
everywhere.
fucking on my leather tray.
See the black background.
And then I'll give you August 1956.
There we go. We're up.
Isabel Wheeler, an invalid for most of her life since falling ill in 1905, dies at age 69. Wheeler lived only with a single caretaker nurse. Her longtime housemates, previous nurse Adele DiVitello, and an unknown number of DiVitello's relations moved out for some unknown reason in 1955. What was left of her furniture was sold in an estate sale.
Can we look into the
Yeah,
DiVitellos?
we have to. These DiVitellos.
He already looked
I-
into the DiVitellos. She got fired from a
Yeah, yeah, okay. That was all they found.
That and that article
Understood. Yep.
about the
The other
assault.
guy.
Yep. I gotcha. I'm sorry.
Nope.
So here's what I'm thinking, guys. This is just obviously just putting.
What
things
about
in-
what did the Matt Harrington have anything big to do with it?
He assaulted one of the
We-
DiVitellos.
Yeah, we got all
And
that.
then-
But yeah, but did,
Seems
why?
like vengeance
Was there any
happened.
other?
The-
It was just
doesn't
it.
matter,
no,
yeah.
that was,
All right.
that was it.
I mean, you would come out to DiVitello, something's gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. Yeah, I was just trying to see if there's anything else we could find out about it.
So what I'm trying to piece together here, boys.
You witch bitch.
You tell me what you're thinking. On my other set of notes here, I have from the diary, the dream that Aziri had, whatever. She had a dream of an old woman. So we assume that was the owner, one of the owners. You know what I mean? So we're gonna say that's the Wheeler lady. She had a different dream 2 times of a woman, another woman in a master bedroom, and I thought there was another dream.
The
but I think-
kids too.
But there's the kid, so what I'm thinking is it's a multiple part puzzle, right? If we are going to try and unlock the fucking curse of this house, we're going to have to start putting together who's dying.
But I like your
How-
root of the cause argument, and it seems like this witch bitch is it.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure,
You
for
know,
sure.
so if we chase the root, you know, maybe we get the
The
truth.
answers.
But do
Yeah.
you tell
I gotta
me-
piss real quick.
So
While
the-
you're here, are you going to look into any of the other deaths?
Yes, yes.
while
The
you're
two
already
rays.
in
The
the-
two rays.
Can you?
I'll wait for.
Okay.
I'll wait.
I was just gonna say if you could do checks. My checks are all fucked. You guys got to remember I'm 10% off the top. So
I can search like a motherfucker. I
And-
got a
and-
70.
I'm
on
sure
that shit.
Sam is
if
also.
Gordy can take the reins, that'd be awesome. I'll take notes, but I'm getting overloaded with information. I'm starting to fucking.
There's a lot of information that can come at you here, and some of it's useful, some of it might
Right.
not be.
I'm overloaded.
It all
with
depends
beer.
on how you look at it. You guys seem like you're doing a pretty good job of putting pieces together.
It's fun.
I want to know about Adele. I don't think we specifically asked for Adele's records, did we?
You could have had it.
You asked, yeah, you asked. Well, you asked for the DiVitellos. That's what you found
Oh.
for DiVitellos.
So I was gonna say maybe we could try more. Oh, I was gonna say more specifically. My question is when Adele, if there's any records of Adele after she left in 1955 with the rest of her family,
No,
there's no
we
record.
don't find
Oh,
anything else, and
shit.
she might have left town.
Right,
There's not
right.
going to be anything else about her in town after she leaves.
Okay, so we'll try and find some other evidence of what she did specifically that caused this. I mean, we can check the sanitarium. We can go to her old employer, but that's the records. Can we look up records for the
The
sanitarium?
sanitarium isn't open anymore. It's
Oh, I'm
been
sorry,
long
but
closed.
check for records. Well, in this area that we're in, the library or whatever. Or no.
You don't even know if records from that time would still even exist.
Okay.
Like the place is closed down. You could try to find them, but I don't have any of that information. so
I'm
don't
sorry,
bother
my
with that.
friends. I must make a confession. I took the car. I went to look for drugs.
We all kind of know. I mean, I
I
told
got a text message on my phone telling me to come to the house.
from,
And I went there.
from who? We didn't text you.
I went to the house and I heard the music again. All of it. And it drove me in. And when I went in, I found this notebook. I gave them that note. I gave them that notebook. I had to make my confession.
Is this Tom being wasted and not remembering which part of the fight we were in?
No, I just had to make my confession.
This is what happened when it
I had to
happened.
let them know.
Get it out.
I had to let them know what happened.
Get that poison
It's
out.
I could not hold it in any longer.
Leroy, it's okay.
It
We
was like I had to
understand
poo
what
and I was
happened.
growing tail.
I was so ashamed of myself.
You
I
remind
went to
me-
look for the drugs.
You actually remind me of a student of mine.
And they were all
There it
He
is.
was
You're
he was in
reminding me.
detention, suspended for narcotics, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. I am interested in certain things. I tend to look at things way too scholastically, so tell me if I'm off base. But when I look at Adam and Rebecca Toure, I see Toure, and we're here for Arthur. Is there any connection here? I'd like to know about these Toures.
Okay, give me a roll.
What kind of role?
Whatever
bureaucracy,
research
search,
or
yeah.
whatever you want
History?
to use.
History.
Research,
I find it
fine.
weird how much fucking French Canadian shit's in here
Seven.
with fucking French
Yeah,
Canadian.
you had made your character before I even did this.
It's
Fucking French.
fucking weird, dude.
Goddamn French cause all
What'd
the
you get?
problems.
7.
I surrender.
The Toures were transplants from Montreal, Quebec.
Of course they were.
They moved
No,
into
don't wrong.
1206 Spooner Avenue in 1963 with their 2 children, Elise and Anton, whose body you have in a trunk.
Allegedly.
They lived
Oh, no,
there
we saw his bones.
seemingly without incident until 1965 when Rebecca was briefly hospitalized for mental exhaustion. She spent 6 weeks at the sanitarium that was still open
Oh,
at
there.
that time
Fuck.
and was treated with electroshock therapy. She resumed her life as a homemaker, but she had become a problem. The daughter, Elise, had become a problem. She became violent at school and was often sent home for swearing in languages that she did not speak.
Oh my goodness.
On January 12th,
That's not
1966, Rebecca Toure discovered the body of her son, 9-year-old Anton, drowned in the master bedroom. The door to the master bedroom was locked from the inside. After that, she had a breakdown and was permanently hospitalized. They left, eventually, the surviving family members left and returned to Montreal, where she is interred in a mental health facility. And
Do we know what happened to Elise?
Yeah, is that the sister?
there's no further mention of it.
Well, you know what? We're just learning a lot about what we already know. That if
That's
you're in the
not true.
house, it fucks you up.
There's details too.
But there's details, but I still think, I don't want to. It's the root cause of this witch bitch.
I feel that if we are to confront this, we must go there that night.
True, we could do that. What I'm thinking is also in the diary, in Azira's diary, she said, I got my notes everywhere.
You're great for taking them.
She said specifically at one point, I understand why I'm here now. I am home. Which makes me want to think that somewhere there's a fucking bloodline going on that we don't see. And I can't. You have to piece it together, I'm sure. But there's got to be some fucking going on.
But I'm thinking like gateway through the mirrors and all that. She's like, I'm home.
It could be
You
simple. It
walk
could be
through
the
that
simplest
fucking crazy
explanation.
shit.
I'm just saying if it has to do with
Get all
family members,
twisted.
if it does have to do with the family tree, I just want to cover that angle.
There's
Because,
so many families in this fucking house.
hey, no one said this was going to be easy, Mitch. This is,
It's why
I know
we're
this is
here.
a long way
It's
from the
why
CSI
we're
work you
here.
do.
It's why we're here, man. We gotta do this crazy shit.
I would just like to maybe, I don't see any logical connection to the folks between the Toure family and Yamila Asari. It's a big jump, but if you guys can maybe pick a reason to search for something in the middle there to find a connection maybe the way they died, like check the suicides.
What about the property in general, the area, like even back further? Like if
Burial
there's
ground
anything even,
bullshit.
yeah, like if there's anything even fucking further back.
I'm gonna say it's the
If
witchcraft.
you look through that, you don't find anything weird. This was being a residential area that was being built in 1907. There's no records of.
Did we already go through the one that's listed as fire? Like, did they try to burn the house down and it didn't work? Did we know that? Or
We
did
didn't search
didn't-
into
we didn't
anything.
So let's ask the Greeleys, because then also look at the Aikens. It was the gas leak. So did these guys have a fire, try to burn the house down, and the other one's gas leak? They couldn't even get to that point. Like, is there
Right.
something stopping that? Should we try to burn the fucking house down?
Well, no, because we'll die.
Yeah.
I'm saying ask to check the records. If you guys got searched, that's high. Check the records on one of these families just to see if we can bridge
You
the
know
gap.
what?
in
Can
info.
can I? So of course we're talking fire in that smart. So in the 72 to 77 interval with the Greeleys and family at the fire and 2 dead, I want to search any records associated with that, and also there would have to be building department records of reclamation of the fire and cleaning it up, and the fire prevention department would do an inspection, and there would be a cause of the fire, things like
Yeah,
that.
you look through and you cannot find anything on the Greeleys.
I'm gonna try
Not
another.
a single record,
I'm gonna try.
other than the record of their death, which just says they died.
The
in a
line
house.
we read is all that we know. Okay.
I'm gonna try a search. Probably not gonna make it. Nope, didn't make it. Doc, fucking Pumpkinhead. I forget your name. I'm excited.
Excuse me?
Gord man. Yo,
Yes.
Gord man.
Yes, of course.
Let's at least, if we don't cover any more of this list, I would like to know about the brain trees. Could you use some of your wisdom and knowledge and history bureaucracy to find out about the brain trees if no one else?
You know, now that you mention it, I would like to research the brain trees.
Please, thank you.
Call me the Scarecrow. I'm looking for
40
some
under
brains.
80.
It's similar to the Greeleys, that there's just all you find is a record of her death by suicide.
Suspicious death, suicide.
Overdose.
But it was suspicious, correct?
Well, I mean,
I don't think we know.
In
I
the
thought
film, it's
I got
called
that
the
in my notes
suicide.
that it was suspicious.
that's about when
That's made Donnelly look
Donnelly
into it.
started.
Yeah.
Okay,
Donnelly
all
lived in
right.
the neighborhood, so he knew. That's
Okay,
another
so
thing
he was
too.
the one to look into it.
Donnelly's
All
from
right.
the neighborhood. We might be able to find his family. Should we look for records on his family, or any information
If
on
he's
Donnelly?
got any connection
You
to
can
any of
look
the
for-
I'm gonna
previous
roll on every
families.
single family you tell me
Please, Donnelly's. I just want to know.
to. 21 under 80.
Records have very little information on Donnelly, but he was known to locals and to the real estate officer. Our newspaper article about his death notes that Donnelly had visited the
Sanitarium.
the property previously and decided to purchase it. And then it's just about
Okay.
like the prevalence of suicide in law enforcement professions.
Okay.
It's still during the day, correct? We're like in the morning.
This is taking
the
a while.
Early
Yeah.
afternoon hours.
Yeah.
I say we go back to the house during the day and finish the search of it during the day.
Let's do it.
I say we go back to the house.
Can I? One other
Finish
thing.
the search
Why
of the
don't you-
house during the day,
Why
and if
don't
we must stay there during the night to discover the cause.
Did you receive another text message?
Can I?
Some of you could go to the
You
house while
aggravate
some are
me.
doing research, or some could, it doesn't.
I'm
Whatever
good.
you
Well,
guys want to do.
I'll go to the house for sure. I can't do research. My research skills are shit. But can Mitch? Can you contact? You said you spoke with this antiques lady. Can you contact her and be more specific? See if you can get a line on the piano.
All right, I'm giving her a call.
Or any information. I don't know if she's gonna know.
What
I
was
don't
her
want
first
to know
name
about
again?
this fucking
Liz,
piano
Elizabeth.
at all.
Elizabeth.
Tucker.
Hey, Elizabeth, it's Mitch Dietrich. How are you, babe?
Good.
Oh yeah, she's a hottie, right?
You know, I just gotta tell you that I'm so appreciative of you helping us out with this mission and all, and figuring it out. But I also gotta tell you that I've had a real hard time getting you out of my mind a bit. And I don't know if you ever come into the city, but perhaps you and I could catch a coffee or something similar to that. And if I got a roll of persuasion, I would.
Love it.
Go ahead.
Perfect time to hit on a source of information.
That's it. All right, come on.
My uncle just
Nailed
died.
it.
3 over a 50 fucking.
Fail.
All right, Leroy
Call me
Grabber.
again.
Leroy Grabber.
I am flattered, but you are not my type.
Hold her
Well, I
down.
understand and I appreciate your honesty. And you know, it's,
Click.
No, come
She
on.
had her eyes on Leroy. That's why.
somebody else has got to call back.
Is there
Forget the coffee.
is there anything else you needed? Or
Well, you know, it's I'm
She wants a
I'm
piece of the
obviously
denim
just
dragon.
a little bit dejected right now. But the primary reason why I was calling was to see if you scored a line on any of that furniture we discussed.
I've opened my queries. It won't be overnight, but I've
Understood. Hey, no news is bad news. You'll call me if you find something.
yes, absolutely.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Can you
You
visit?
rolled so bad you turned her into a lesbian.
Aw.
I'm gonna go sit with my girlfriend now.
Can you ask her
90 fucking 3 this guy.
I know, dude. I hit some
out
of
of
those
game.
too.
I
It's
don't
bad.
remember if we talked about what she's looking for. I thought she didn't know what pieces that Donnelly was looking for. Did she know all
he had
three?
asked her to look for those 3 before,
Okay,
but
okay,
then
then
he
I'll-
killed himself
I'll
like
leave
2
it.
days later.
I just
Yeah, it
wanna
was
make
the
sure-
end table,
And then she stopped
armoire,
and
and
she's
piano.
restarting.
I just want to make
Yeah.
sure she's
Yeah.
looking for the right stuff. That's
Yeah,
all.
she's looking for those 3 things that
Okay.
he was looking for that you guys had.
All right. Well,
I suspect in a couple days.
I
will
really
find-
I can't
apologize if
feel
I-
that we need to bring this piano back to the residence.
I really hope I
See
more
what
lost the
happens.
line of
Piano.
professionalism and hadn't made this overly awkward, but I appreciate the effort. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
We never
I
went.
take no offense.
Well, you must get hit on all the time.
Do you
are
have
totally fine.
Leroy's phone number?
Hold on a second.
Do you want to call Leroy?
Hello? My mom doesn't understand that sometimes people do things and can't answer the phone, so I was going to answer it and tell her to stop fucking calling. I'll call you back later.
Did you pop that blue top or the blow pop?
Yeah.
How was it? Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
We
Oh, there's a candle
we
under
never-
there. I was like, why is it hot?
Oh my god, I'm feeling changes.
Why do I
I like
smell burning hair?
It's not bad at all.
No, it's good.
It's very neutral. I like that.
That's the strawberry one is too. The strawberry.
Probably.
All right, so are we going back to the house?
Straight.
Is that
I
what we
have to
decided?
go
guys-
look
okay,
up-
yeah, we got it.
If you want to do
Also-
research, though, you're the research guy.
Well,
You and-
the notes. The only thing that we didn't
I do
like.
these.
The note says someone else in house,
should.
or no, not that
You
one.
should.
Before I
Music
go
from
to-
dining
You
room,
should.
noise upstairs. We
They're
never
good-
went
they're
upstairs.
not
I know
bad
we
for
didn't
you.
search the rest
Are
of the
those
house.
those
We
It's
didn't.
just nicotine.
for sure,
dude.
for sure.
They are. Yeah, I gotta get. That's too.
Um,
That's dumb. You're
They're
dumb.
not bad,
That's
dude.
dumb.
It's hard.
It's hard. It is.
They're not bad.
It's
they
the hardest
work.
shit to quit.
They work though. That's what's important. They work.
we might need to move this to a Zoom call at a later date at some point because there is quite a bit left.
Okay.
But
Is it that late?
well, my kid gets home in an hour.
No shit.
But that's fine. We can keep playing for an hour. I'm just trying to find an end spot. You guys are doing research now. Before you go back to the house, might be a good time to stop if you want to do more research.
Yeah,
We
let's
start
just try
finding
to
more
close
ghosts.
a loop and it's easy to pick up again. You know.
Then that's what I was thinking, that we'll start with you guys going back to the house in the mid-afternoon hours. Does that sound okay to everybody?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because this is, I don't understand how they said this was fucking a short.
We're doing a lot of RP here, man, and it's been fun. And
It's fun, yeah. I've been having a great time. And it's not like with the Zoom, we can do it any night. We can pick it back up. So
Give us something to look forward to.
yeah. So while we're here still, does anybody want to do more research on anything?
Are there any more of those names on that list that I can do a history check on?
I would go.
I just, you know,
I'd go through one by one, but that's
If you
just-
want to
I'm
go
thorough.
through them one by one,
I'm
that's
thorough.
that's.
I
what
feel
I'll-
like Leroy's there for different reasons. I don't feel like he's like hitting the books or hitting the computers or.
maybe Leo will go back to the house by himself while they're all doing some research.
He might just do that.
Because of the
we can start
text.
playing some air piano.
All right, let me.
He
just get-
snorts that little bag of crank and he needs more. He goes back to the house looking for more. There's
the
no more
Creases, George and Margaret Crease, second name on the list. They were locals who moved into the Wheeler house following the death of Isabel Wheeler. They set about updating the home, adding more modern amenities like a new water heater, new refrigerator, stuff like that. By 1957, the Creases' friends noticed a change in the couple. Margaret had become rude and pushy. George seemed frightened and rarely ventured out except to go to work, until he renewed his interest in church, which he then attended at seemingly all hours of the day. Margaret, in 1957, spent an exorbitant sum to restore huge wall mirrors in the master bedroom.
Would you say restore?
She's the one who put the mirrors in.
Well, restore.
No,
Well,
the
it was there.
Wheelers had put them in. She
Restored.
updated and made it nicer.
So it's a compulsion, kind of. An occupational compulsion.
On October 12th, 1960,
I'm not smart enough to know that, though.
George Crease drove to a sporting goods shop, bought a double-barreled shotgun and a box of 20 shells, drove home, and shot his wife and then himself. Margaret had been shot in front of the mirrors in the master bedroom, and sections of her head were embedded into the broken glass. George then set the house on fire before shooting himself, but a neighbor extinguished the fire before it could spread.
That's why it didn't work? Or maybe it was not the real reason. But it said it didn't work. They tried, didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? Somebody stopped them? Well, yeah, that's what I'm asking, right?
It's like cosmic coincidence.
Or the reason in the record is bullshit, and it was supernatural that put out the flames. We don't know.
Yeah.
So the other woman that she had that, I'm getting bad with the names. Yes, I mean, the other woman that could.
Yamila.
Yamila, whatever. The other woman that could have been in her dream would have been. I missed the lady Crease's name. I got George. What was the wife's name?
Margaret.
Margaret. It was Margaret's brains in the mirror, so that's probably the other woman that we'll have to take care of.
Well, if she saw Amanda Braintree, is that too recent to her? Because Yamila owned the house 2015 to 16. Amanda
like
Braintree
every
was there
year
2001 to
somebody broke.
2007, but she wouldn't have been an old lady that she saw, right? Or is that what it was? An old lady?
One was an old lady.
Yeah, so that wouldn't have been that Braintree lady.
Okay.
So yeah, you're right. Those.
Well, I mean, I'm just keeping all options open, but yeah, I just want to mention with her
She
brains
saw
in the
a
mirror.
dead little boy, continuing dreams of an old woman, and two terrifying dreams of a different woman trapped behind the glass in the master bedroom. So she had dreams of an old woman, and then she had dreams of a different older woman trapped behind the mirrors in the bedroom.
Oh, I missed that. Dead little boy.
So it's not. There's not three women that she dreamt of.
Right,
there's
right.
two.
I missed the trapped in the mirror. So that's for sure fucking Margie's brains. So we gotta fix Margie, we gotta fix the boy, and we gotta probably take care of Mrs. Wheeler from the get-go. And we gotta figure out what other spirits are in the house, obviously, but that's at least where we got a good head start from the journal, from the diary, so that's a great head start. 3 leads of shit to fix. Ah, man, this is crazy. My hand hurts.
And then the witch bitch is the biggest thing.
Well, yeah, we definitely
went to hell with her.
But if we can't find her, if she's in the wind because there's no records of her, we can at least work with the curses that we know, you know what I mean? Find the piano, hopefully in a couple days.
I'm going to dress her in the house.
Suck the brains out of the mirror. We'll send Mitch through the mirror to get the penny.
Give me back my penny.
I'm looking at the man in the black.
I'm fucking dead.
Are we keep going on the records? Is that cool?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were giving them for freebies or if we keep rolling.
Yeah, I'll just give them to you at this point. The next thing, you don't find anything really about Michael Doherty or Jonathan Reese. Dr. George Weaver, he lived in a small house on Valley Road that is one over from Spooner Avenue, but he attended an open house and then ended up purchasing following the suicide of Jonathan Reese.
Almost like he was drawn to it.
Neighbors, no, never mind. He moved in on the 3rd of June, 1972. He died on the 12th of June, 1972,
Tough break.
electrocuted under mysterious circumstances in the garage.
Oof, there's your breaker box.
Yeah.
No one knows exactly what happened, but clocks in the house showed that it happened at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, let's remember that.
Go figure.
Uh,
Chinese dentist time.
Peter Diaz, a baker from a nearby town, bought the house in 1978 to rebuild and rent. He was a skilled carpenter and spent 3 years restoring the house, meticulously repairing the damage that had been caused in the fire when the Greeleys lived there. His repairs were a bit of public news, a news item for several months, as let me see. The press gave his work a positive spin. In 1982, Diaz left his wife and 2 children and moved into this house full-time instead of renting it. To the outside world, it seemed that a divorce was in progress, but Diaz left his wife simply to work on the house more. It was a rare sight in town. He spent a huge sum of money expanding the garage and restoring the master bedroom's full-length mirrors again with period glass. In 1985, Diaz hung himself in a bedroom of the house, not the master bedroom. A note pinned to his chest simply read, "Finished now."
Oh my god.
What is
I'm
that?
telling you, we gotta go Bernie Williams on these windows.
You're not listening.
And then we're burning this fucker down. And if the neighbor wants to put it out again, we're gonna stop him.
So we can prolong the madness of this house. So now the next guy can move in and spend another 3 years of his life, leave his
Burn the
family.
motherfucker to the ground.
It's,
Mitch, I
Do
want to
we
hit you
know-
so bad.
I want to try.
do we know the time of from everything that we've learned? Do we know the time of death of anybody else's deaths?
No.
Is this 2:30 in the morning thing significant, special? Like, did other people die at that time repeatedly? We don't know. Okay.
But if something turns up later and like we're walking through a room, we're like, oh, the grandfather clock and stuff. We're like, fuck, that's the room. Fuck.
It next goes
Come
down.
on, slow down. I got it recorded. No, you're good. I'm fucking with you.
Jason and Janine Aiken. They moved from across Meadowbrook into this house hoping to start a family. Instead, they faced problem after problem. They spent the better part of a year repairing fault after fault within the house. After spending a considerable amount of their savings on electrical, plumbing, and gas problems, they appeared to have gotten it under control. In what year was it? In 1988, Jason returned home from work one late afternoon to discover the house filled with gas and Janine unconscious upstairs. All 4 gas burners of the stove were on full but not lit. It was miraculous, according to the local fire chief, that no explosion occurred. Janine Aiken regained consciousness briefly in Meadowbrook Hospital, but died later on that evening. And Jason Aiken then left town, never to return.
Okay, I know I already went over this earlier, but so they had all the burners going. The gas leak, fire did not happen.
Right.
The notes of of Arthur said, "Burn it." Tried that, didn't work, type of thing. What again was the Greeley thing with the fire?
They tried, it didn't work.
But it says fire, so
But then the record said
It was
that
just
that
that
the neighbor put the fire out.
No, that was the Creases.
Oh,
The
Creases,
Greeleys,
I'm sorry.
that they all died in a fire in the house, but the next people repaired the house
Right.
back
Okay.
to its.
so there can be a fire. You just may die in it, and it won't consume the house.
And it prolongs the madness.
Jesus. Okay. Well.
Louis Tycroft was a local lawyer who moved into the house after divorcing his wife, Emily, of 15 years. He soon had a fallout with his law partners and dissolved the practice to work on the house. On 12th of September 2000, Tycroft shot himself in the chest twice with a handgun. An amazing achievement as far as the coroner was concerned, but not entirely unexpected. The local paperboy, John Elliott, had called the police the week before. Answering the door angrily with a pistol, Tycroft told the paperboy that voices were keeping him up at night, but after a session of questioning by the police, they were unable to do anything. His paperwork for the pistol was in order, everything was in order, and that was the end.
Did it say if the voices were talking about anything specific, like Yankees, World Series? You had to lighten the mood for a second.
Well, we're talking. There's no World Series in the late '80s.
Oh, boy.
now.
Here we go.
We got Dave Winfield, of course, one of the best first basemen in my opinion. Played the game.
Ken
Don
Griffey
Manning,
Jr.
Donnie Baseball is
Jesse sounds
Kobe
is carving
Puckett
up and stabbed
named
himself.
yeah, but it was a dark time for Yankees fans as they had it. Steinbrenner was firing. He sent Jay Buhner to the Mariners at that time. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it. It's almost supernatural. Oh my
And the
god.
last piece of information is about Yamila Isari.
There we go.
She was a recent transplant to Meadowbrook from the United Arab Emirates. She was the daughter of a wealthy family who had seen and fallen in love with the house while on break from State University.
University?
For a year, she obsessed about the house, even making the former owner, Andrea Falcone, an outrageous offer of cash for it. In 2014, Falcone suffocated in the upstairs room and the house went on the market, where Azari purchased it and moved in immediately after her graduation. She spent 2 months in frantic decoration, which involved heavy spending in local antique shops, became kind of a famous figure in the area, and then just as suddenly as she'd become famous, she became a recluse, never left the house. Discovered dead on November 14th, 2016, her throat cut in the manner consistent with a straight razor.
Can I ask? I missed it because I was slacking there. Did you mention which room Falcone is suffocated in, or just upstairs?
We just said upstairs. There's
Okay.
only one room upstairs.
Oh, okay.
So the only person that died in the house of natural causes was
Wheeler?
Isabel Wheeler.
No.
The only
No.
person, I think there was another.
Because wasn't she in a home at the time? I don't know. Or no,
No,
she
you're
died in the
correct.
house with her caretakers, right?
Yeah, natural causes.
So we
That's the
think, unless
only
the
natural
caretakers
death.
All of the other deaths have either been accidents,
How did her
murders,
husband
And who was
die?
her caretaker?
an
That's
accident during
Adele
construction.
Vitello.
Adele
Oh,
Vitello.
He
Was
didn't
it-
build that
Vitello's-
house.
Did he get hit in the head with the marble
Yeah.
at the house or?
No, at the building of the when they were constructing the building that you're currently in,
Right.
Yeah.
the county seat. He was.
Oh, I thought
struck
it was
in
the
head.
house. Okay.
No, he was struck in the head by a piece of
Off-site.
falling marble.
A gargoyle, perhaps, one of his creations.
But the Vitellos were like a cold lead that didn't lead.
Well,
you
we don't
anywhere?
know. I mean, it's a great lead, but we don't have any info, which makes it an even better lead because they're fucking gypsies, dude. It's a family
They're
of
the fucking
gypsies.
Fratellis.
Pretty much. So yeah, and like the whatever curse they put on that Matthew kid, like it was burned, like it's all around the burning. His arms had fucking burn marks that bled out, like fucking. They're fire witches. Oh man, it's so much info.
That's pretty much all the info that I have for now. On
I wish
well,
there was
extraneous stuff. There's other stuff you could look at, like you could try to, whatever you guys think you would want to
Like
do.
I say, it's just thoroughly with the house is fucked and people are killing themselves and all this bullshit over and over and over and over again.
But how do you fix the
And
house?
and like you say,
Yeah.
it comes down to the 1910s, the original couple deaths, and that witch that got kicked out of the sanatorium, and it's that bitch.
Right. Well, here's the thing: is if we don't fix what's
Oh,
going on,
let's talk to that paranormal motherfucker about that.
he's the
woman.
worst.
Emil,
Yeah.
still studying the like.
There's a draw. The house has a draw, whether it's the house or
Right,
the
then they
original
and then
soul.
they become recluses and isolationists and all
So
that shit.
right, so no matter what we do to try and damage
Even
the house,
Donnelly.
the house is going to survive and it's just going to pull another victim in. So we have to we have to find the cure, not fucking burn the house down. You know what I mean? So, or that's my
Determine the cause of death of Donnelly too.
Donnelly.
That's
Yeah,
the
They're
thing.
standing there doing all this research, and you're getting bored. Your phone starts to ring.
Oh, shit. There we go.
Guess who? Hey, you up? It's
Who's that?
You up?
Fucking
Unknown.
Leroy?
It's your best connect. The house.
It's his personal cell phone is ringing. Unknown number.
But we're there. Right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
guys are all doing research. He's standing around.
Hello?
Anything important?
Hello? No.
what is it? Leroy, who is it? Leroy?
What do you hear?
Roy.
He's just like looking off in space.
Come home, Leroy.
Who is it?
Come home.
Remember with the I'm fucking home shit?
This is the agency.
Click.
Is it Chubbs?
Give me a
Was it-
sanity roll.
Was it Chubbs checking in? Chubby Checkers? That's what we're gonna call him.
68 under 75.
Woo, pass. God damn it, dude. You guys gotta start failing sanity rolls. It's no fun for me.
Never. Yo, this is
That
technically
music is so creepy.
this is technically only the first half hour of gameplay. Just because it took us 5 hours. Just remember that, Greg. Just
We're
remember.
45 minutes in.
Just remember-
yeah, 6874.
All right.
This is great.
Pass. The house is actively reaching out for you, it seems, asking you to come home.
Can I? Oh shit! Since Leroy's not responsive, can I take his phone and star 69 and call the house back?
Yeah.
Can I call the house back?
It beeps to a dial tone.
Nothing. Oh, like
Your
it doesn't
busy
ring.
tongue.
It's just like a not out of service number.
It is the house is calling me back.
We got to keep him away from that.
The
house.
same melancholy dawn
How
on my
does,
cell phone.
I don't understand. How does a house call somebody? There's a person in the house? Did they say hello? Did
There's
they say hi?
several-
Did they
there's-
say your name?
Several people in that house. What they say, Leroy?
I have to go back, find the answers.
Where at the bottom of a baggie?
Oh shit.
I think we'll cut it there for the night, for the day,
All right.
and pick this up